Hello and welcome to another Zach Carnage video, and today we have something very special. As you can probably tell, I haven't been very active online recently. That's mainly because I've been applying to universities and having lots of interviews and stuff going on. It seems to have done alright because I've had interviews or offers from everywhere. And the good thing, which is why I'm filming now, is I applied to Oxford and did the PAT and got an interview. So tomorrow I'm going to be going for the 3-day interview. The plan is to make a sort of video log thing just to show everyone what it's like. And I'm packed and ready, and it's quite late now, and I should probably be asleep, but I'm not very good at doing that. So I'll catch up with you tomorrow. Good night. Okay, so my epic journey has begun. I'm currently on a ferry, and you can probably hear the announcement of my voice. Got some bags and stuff with me, and yeah, gonna cross, get a bus, maybe catch up on the train, and soon we will be in Oxford. See you in a minute. Okay, so another update. I've just arrived here in Oxford, and there was lots of people on the train, so I didn't want to talk. And this is it. Gonna go to the college, and I've decided to fuel up. I've had a milkshake, and now I'm going to eat a pie. See you in a minute. Okay, so I am applying to Exeter College, which, according to the map, I have to turn right on Tell Street. I can't remember it anyway. So yeah, done it. And then it's the one on the left, over there. That one there. Hopefully, it won't be open, because that will mean I can actually get in and put my stuff down, and then recap, etc. Look, a bike. I'm going to be riding one of those a lot. Right, so I'm here now. I've got a room with the bathroom. That's my jacket. They didn't give me a jacket. Shower and stuff. Woo! Which is nice, you know. Wardrobe, bed. You get a towel, which is always good, and a glass and a lamp. And I thought this would be really good. I walked in and I was very impressed, and then suddenly this. Yes, my dream of being alone has been spoiled. And the other thing is, actually, my key doesn't seem to work. Doesn't fit in the lock, and yeah. So I've got to sort something about that out. But for now, I've got to hang up some shirts. Hi, okay, so this is now the second day at Oxford. Yesterday I had no interviews or anything like that, so I was just pretty much hanging out with the other prospective students. And today I've got the first two. So the first one's at about 10, the second one's about 3. And then I've got one more at a different college, because I think they have to assign another college just in case. So that's going to be interesting. Now I'm going to see whether or not I've missed breakfast, because I don't really know when breakfast is / was. But it's going to be fun. See you in a bit. Okay, so I did miss breakfast, but now it's time for a catch-up session. A very long one, because it's actually now the 9th of January. So, skipping ahead forward quite a bit. Basically, left off before I'd actually been to any of the interviews on the second day at Oxford, and went to them. So, the first one was pretty good. Except at the end they told me my answer was wrong, and it's not, and I can prove it. But I think what happened was they just misheard me when I read it out, and I actually have proven it to several people. If you want to know what it was, just leave a comment down below. Then the second interview was more of a mathsy sort of thing. So it started off a bit slow. I was a bit worried at the beginning, but it ended pretty well. So those were the two from the college which I chose myself, and you got assigned another one, so I went to the other one the following day. And the reason why I didn't do any updates between then and now is while I was there, I spent most of the time with the other applicants, and that meant there wasn't really much time to do anything else because they were all expecting everyone to hang out and talk about how the interviews went. Obviously you wouldn't talk about the actual content, because then they would know. Because it turns out, well after we discussed them, and everyone did pretty much the same thing in the interviews. So they did ask a couple of questions on personal statement to get things going in the first one at my college of choice, Exeter College, and another one, they asked another one at the start of the first one at the college which I was assigned as my secondary college, which was Keble. So those were fine, and then the rest of it was all just relatively challenging physics or math style questions, which were sort of there to test you and see if you could think alright. And so, why am I updating now, and why didn't I between? Well, I said I was very busy, and I was too tired when I got back, and very worried about the actual outcome. So why now? Well, obviously must have heard of the outcome, so there's nothing to worry about anymore. And either I got in or I didn't. And as it turns out, yesterday, I checked my emails at about 7 at night and opened one of them. And before I actually opened, I'm using my iPod for this, so you get to see the first couple of lines. And I knew from that point that I got in, because the first couple of lines said, "I'm pleased to inform you that," which sounded good, and I don't think people normally say, "I'm pleased to inform you that you have been rejected from our college. Hooray!" That's not the sort of thing they normally do. And just a combination of stress and getting back to stuff is why I've become very sort of beardy and require a shave, which I will do tomorrow. And also, I received a letter, so let's go and get the letter. So here we have the envelope. Not very special. It's got some sort of coding on there. Exeter College, Oxford. It's an envelope. It's not padded or anything. It's got a hole so you can see the address. And this was the letter which was inside. Obviously the address was lined up. And it's pretty much the same as the email. I think it's almost an exact copy. I haven't actually compared them. But that's what it is. See, look, I am pleased to be able to tell you that. Yeah, it wouldn't start with pleased. But obviously this one actually has ink signing, which is much nicer than an email. You know, if say you want to collect letters, I don't quite know why you do that. So I got that, and this is the only other thing which I got. I know students from other colleges have got quite a bit more, depending on where they're going, but just some undergraduate funding stuff. So yeah, that's the entirety of the letter. The reason why I got this only today and not yesterday is to do with living on the Isle of Wight, and I guess they didn't account for that when they sent it off. They probably expected the Royal Mail to be a bit faster, but then I don't really mind having a day late. Oh look, there's colour. There's a little bit of colour on the letter. Wow. Okay. Yeah, so that is that. So, to round up, I went to Oxford. I stayed there for a few days to have some interviews. And now I may be going there. Yeah, depends on my decisions about the future. So that's what I'm going to go and think about. As always, thank you for watching these videos. If you got any comments or suggestions, don't forget you can leave them down in the comment section, right down there somewhere. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more random videos, and hopefully you found this a little bit informative and very, very silly, because I like my videos to be silly.